Do not interrupt a black trans woman when she's speaking.
I'm here with the one and only
Blossom C. Brown.
Yes.
Do not interrupt a black trans woman when she's speaking.
She said, I am going to ride this until I can't ride it anymore.
Oh, you're making me think about her riding now.
She don't ride, bitch. She fucks.
That's a top.
Yeah.
That's a top.
Blossom is topping the DL trade.
Hey guys, welcome back to Normal Gaze, where we take on insanity. I'm Brad Polumbo here with Clarkson Lawson.
What's up, guys? Now, before we get into our Blossom episode, I know, I just had to say it because I had to keep you guys before I go into my spiel. This weekend, we are going to be reacting to AI Fruit and Vegetable Love Island. If you watch AI Slop, this is going to be a good one.
And if you don't, well, this is the big craze on TikTok right now, so you should probably be at least semi-aware of it.
Does AI actually destroy the planet?
It's vastly overhyped.
Like the water consumption?
No, that's...
I thought so.
I mean, it's not... It's just wildly... It's lacking context of, like, everything else. How much water it consumes. And, like, compared to other things, it's really not that crazy. Okay. So, anyway... Can you briefly explain who Blossom is for anyone who's new?
Oh, she's a powerhouse. She's a queen. She is everything that I want any woman to be. And
why do you sound aroused?
She is a what else does she call herself?
A black trans woman.
Well, she's
powerhouse.
She's a black trans woman.
Yeah. Well, she does all these debates like on Piers Morgan and on Jubilee where she crashes out and she threatens people and she's iconic and we love her.
Yeah.
We did try to get her to come on our podcast. She told us to stack our coins.
She asked for $2,500.
$2,500.
Who is worth $2,500 for an hour worth of work?
Not even an hour. Half an hour. And we offered her $1,000 and she said no.
So
that's already crazy that we even offered her that.
Now I'm thinking about like when I was working a job making like $55,000 a year. And I'm thinking, do you know how much I had to slave away at work just to make like how much is that? Like $4,000, $4,500 a month. You almost got $1,000 to sit behind your computer and talk for 30 minutes. That's just crazy. That's crazy money.
Well, she's been giving interviews to other bitches with much larger audiences than us, so.
Well, probably because we call her like a brick.
But also.
So I don't know if she like really.
She knows, but we would gas her up as well, though.
Also, yeah, like she should know that this is like the trick of the industry.
And it's like, it's not that serious on this channel.
No.
Anyway, she did an interview with Gay Magazine on Instagram, which is the #1 black LGBT magazine. I know it's on my nightstand.
What is it, the only one?
Yeah. Probably.
I mean, whenever a company puts
it's like number one.
Like front by
or
what?
It's
by
like
what metric?
When those authors are like, I'm the #1 Amazon bestseller in this category. Then you look at the category and it will be like alien zombie apocalypse fiction.
Or like how to salt your French fries. Like there's one book in the category. Like shut the up. By what metric are you the #1 black gay magazine?
Because there's only one.
Right.
Yeah, maybe that.
But is it impressions on social media? Is it who's even like looking at magazines now?
Well, I think it's a digital thing, and they just make social media content. They recently interviewed Blossom, so we're gonna watch that and be nice. She looking cute. Cute screenshot.
Do not interrupt a black trans woman when she's speaking.
You better not do it. You better not play with it. Okay? Y'all, I'm so excited. I'm here with the one and only
Blossom C. Brown.
Yes.
Do not interrupt a black trans woman when she's speaking.
Now, there's so many laws that are being passed.
That's from the debate where she threatened Blair, I think. I
fear we have made this camp.
She's so crazy that it's like iconic.
Because I know she has watched our videos and like I don't think she realized that it was camp until we told her it was.
Yeah.
So now she's branding it.
You're taking credit for this?
Yes.
You think it's because of us?
I think it's because of us. No, because I think that. Yes, I think it's because of us. I think she heard that even her ops were gagged, and she said, "I am going to ride this until I can't ride it anymore."
Oh, you're making me think about her riding now.
She don't ride, bitch. She fucks.
That's a top.
Yeah,
that's a top.
Blossom is topping the DL trade.
Okay, let's move on.
Laws are being passed now to go against us, especially us trans women. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, I think it's despicable.
What a terrible question.
So, like, there's so many pieces of legislation. I just
Especially
learned what
against us
legislation
as a
means, by
trans
the way.
woman. What are your thoughts on that? We got the hard-hitting journalism from the #1 Black LGBT
Yeah, this is,
magazine.
wait, so what do we think Blossom's gonna say? I think she's gonna say, well, we just need to stay strong and use our voices and never get silenced because trans people have existed forever.
And I think
they're not going anywhere. We're not going
I think she'll bring up
anywhere.
Riley Gaines.
Oh, these jealous cis women? No, she's not gonna say that. I don't know.
Despicable. I think it's disgusting. I think that the Trump administration terrorizing and torturing trans people because they want to cover their ASS on the Epstein files is unacceptable. And
oh wait, she's kind of eating.
She is eating.
I mean, not so much on the torturing, but on the Epstein file.
That's true. That is true. Well, they aren't really using trans people. They're more using immigrants right now to cover.
Well, they're just using anything else.
Yeah, they're throwing a lot at the wall and hoping it sticks.
Anyway, let's keep going.
And I wish that more folks who say that they are for the trans community speak up for us. Now is the time. All I see from a lot of these politicians is they'll use the trans experience to get into office and to be inclusive, but then will throw trans people by the wayside. Gavin Newsom.
Oh, I don't really believe that just because he said
just because he said that.
Literally, all he said was be normal. Chill with the pronouns.
Yeah, and maybe you shouldn't be in women's sports.
But also, he still will let you in his state.
Right.
Like,
that's, I don't know.
She went in on Gavin Newsom, though.
She's saying nothing that I thought she was going to say.
She hates Gavin Newsom.
Gavin Newsom, respectfully, with your punk ass. Okay. How?
Oh, did you hear the gun animation?
Oh my God. I love how the girl in the pink's like, okay, yeah,
I think Blossom could have said anything and she would have said that.
Correct.
She's so afraid to interrupt the black trans woman.
Well, she is a black trans woman.
Yeah, but...
So how does the interruption work between you two?
Ooh.
Who gets priority?
Blossom. I'm sure somehow it's Blossom.
Well, I think Blossom, considering the question that was asked to Blossom, I don't think this girl in the pink has much to say.
No.
How dare you treat trans Californians the way that you do? How dare you have a racist like Charlie Kirk come on your podcast who has disrespected trans people, who has been an unapologetic racist? How dare you turn your back on trans people because you want a booty clap for conservatism?
Girl,
there's so much wrong with that.
I just feel like this is a lot for a reel.
It's a long reel. It's 2 minute long.
This is a lot for a reel.
It's funny because...
This is what happens when you ask such a vague question.
Blossom's just like, I'm just gonna, but she was asked about the anti-LGBT legislation and she ended up complaining about Gavin Newsom talking to Charlie Kirk on a podcast when he had previously disrespected trans people. So you're not...
There's no legislation she's talking about.
She has missed any... Literally, she hasn't mentioned a single piece of legislation. And there are some she could mention.
Yeah.
But that would require her to actually
The crazy part is,
anything.
We're not even that far apart when it comes to... Well, yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are. I mean, I guess it's just like the sports issue and like the... Yeah, that's pretty much it.
For me, it's a lot of other things.
Like what else? And the prisons.
And the minors and all of it.
And the minors, yeah. That's 3 things. I guess those are the
pretty big things.
Those are like the only like trans things. But like adults, we support. Like Blossom, we support you.
If she wants to start estrogen, I support it. Sorry, what's that mean?
All right, go ahead, Blossom. Tell us how much you hate.
But I just find it funny how she's going in on Gavin Newsom almost more than Trump. And it's so...
This is how like leftists work.
It is.
They critique power that they have proximity to because they feel like it's productive rather than actually critiquing.
But actually just leads to them constantly infighting and having civil war.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say this. I find it funny that she is suggesting Gavin Newsom is some traitor to the trans community when he has still, at every level, given them everything they want on policy.
Correct.
Even with the women and girls sports, he's just saying, I think it's kind of unfair. He doesn't support federal legislation, banning it or anything.
I understand the
He's literally just culturally signaling some openness or willing to discuss things or meet people in the middle. And she's like guilt by association, burning him to hell.
Yeah, well, I don't know. We're overanalyzing Blossom's commentary.
I mean,
it's just like at this point, trying to rationalize and understand, just watch it for the entertainment. My brain's fried.
That you think is going to put you in the office, but it's not. Americans in our community, we just want affordability, and we just want to be let alone. As a trans woman, I am tired of seeing trans women attacked in such a way that is unprecedented because they're just trying to cover their ass. Right. I go on these debates, and I debate with intention for my community. I am the most disrespected black trans woman around.
Oh, but you won't come on us. Oh!
No! Ew! Gross. Don't even
I don't know how to recover from that.
And I take it because that's my community. My community does not have to like me in order for me to fight for them.
I love your passion and your heart, and that's what we need in our community. I love that about you.
I can't stand this interview, man.
And we love and we honor you and appreciate you, and I want you to know that.
I received that.
Yes, yes.
Are they drunk? This is like a bathroom conversation at the Abbey in Los Angeles.
Blossom goes, I received that. I received that.
Of course you received the compliment, Blossom. Like,
also,
this is literally a drunk conversation in the bathroom where you like walk past
you're gassing each other
you're just
up.
like, oh my gosh, you look so good. You're so It's like when the one gay friend goes in the female restroom and gasses them all up. Like, it's just, that's what that interview is.
I will say this. I find it funny that Blossom puts her out as some like great debater, great champion for the trans community. I think, let me ask you this honestly. When Blossom goes out on Piers Morgan and screams at Riley Gaines and says, I can't be racist against you, white girl, because white people, black people can't be racist against white people, and crashes out. When Blossom goes on Jubilee and threatens Blair White, is the net effect of those viral moments increased or decreased support for the trans community? Any honest person has to say that it is decrease, and that Blossom is a circus attraction.
It is definitely not. I wouldn't know if it decreased because I feel like the people who support, I don't know, but I will say it has definitely not helped.
Certainly, it's not.
It has not converted people to
stunning
support.
Example of trans advocacy.
I also just don't think that you're an advocate if you're refusing media hits specifically to audiences that disagree with you.
Oh, you're back to us again.
I am back to us. Like, if you're refusing to go on our show, but you're
when
saying
our audience literally adores you.
No, it's the opposite.
No, they love her.
Yeah, but disagree on the things that she
well,
claims
of course,
to be
on
fighting
all
for.
of them.
So if you're fighting for these things, and this is how politics works, Blossom, you have to convince people to come onto your side by debating. That's what debate is for.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're only choosing to do media hits that you deem friendly to your cause, or you're refusing ones that seem hostile, do you actually care about your cause, or is it more about just keeping your image?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think if you came on this podcast and we cracked jokes and semi got along, it would be bad for your brand, and that's why you want to charge us so heavily.
Also, I'm sorry, bad for her brand? What is her brand?
She doesn't have much of a brand.
The brand is trash. The brand is
look
literally
at
just...
how she reacts.
That's the whole brand.
I know, but look at how she reacts to Gavin Newsom. Imagine the
It would be
followers.
hypocritical.
Yeah,
it would be.
It would be.
Oh,
you
can't talk to Charlie Kirk.
With us.
Yeah, we're way worse than Charlie Kirk.
And I voted for Kamala Harris.
Yeah. Ooh. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think. Do you also hope that somebody asked if we're going to start a GoFundMe to pay Blossom the money? I really think no, even out of principle.
I don't
even if somebody emailed us and was like, I'll pay it for you, I don't think I can like just part with that much money.
I believe that she should be able to set the rate. I think her value should, because I believe in a free market.
And we already offered over the market value, if we're being honest.
Way over the market value.
Literally, there's not another soul on earth that would pay $1,000 for an hour with Blossom.
Most people don't get paid podcasts.
I guess what kind of hour?
I mean, you'd be surprised. There's
a market for everything, I guess.
Yeah, but like most people don't even get paid to go on podcasts.
No,
it's literally like
it's free.
That's like a known thing. It's like when people invite you on your podcast, you don't expect to be paid for it.
Especially
unless you're extremely inexperienced in the industry, you don't know how it works, and you don't have a brand, so you're already with your inflated ego expecting monetary value with a brand that you haven't fully created yet. Anyways,
eat her up. Anyway, we still love you. The invite's always open.
Yep, you can come on. Tell us we're wrong.
Again.
I'm done.
Again.
Just end the show. I'm done.
All right.